Greetings, I'm Pillar Nexus, Ancient Gladiator today with Watch Me Play It Solo. Today's Luthier. The solo rules are still something I'm still figuring out, so I'll be kind of stumbling through this a little bit, so bear with me. Alright. Notably, you'll be playing a two-player game setup, which means you'll pull an orchestra card and set up a random spare player set. In addition, uh, the AI player will have their board. You'll use some extra resource cubes on the trackers here. The initial values will start out as 0 and then be modified by a random guild card. So I'm up against Venice. We'll determine some priorities as well. Venice is going after patrons and instruments early on. Alright. The AI player starts with their 1, 2, and 3 workers. They get their 4 when I get my 2, and they get their 5 when I get my 4. They also have this set of cards. The cards will be numbered for their levels 1 to 3. And they'll start out with the level 1 cards and build up over the course of the game. Yeah, also part of the two-player setup is locking down parts of the public goals. So, different kinds of first chairs for based on instrument type. The crafted special instruments, the rare instruments, and romantic era patrons. All right. My personal goals, as I went with Guadagnini, so I can start with my starting instrument in the finishing bench. Started out with Tchaikovsky for my patron, a violin for my instrument. My goals, I'm trying to get was that composers? Yeah, composer patrons, just in general, and repairing string instruments. All right. So, what else? The AI player, whether or not they go before me in the first turn order, is determined by the guild numbers in the lower left. As long as they're equal to or less than me, they're going first. The AI doesn't bother with apprentices, money, inspiration, resources. They never go to the market. They never receive patron gifts or patron powers. They don't get bonus stuff from the orchestra. They don't bother with the tracks at all. They don't get any skill level bonuses like the guild or the repair or anything. Alright. So at the start of the planning phase, the AI workers will get shuffled face down and put into a stack. When it's the AI player's turn to place a worker, reveal the top card of the AI deck and put it in the left note spot. I already kind of went a little bit ahead on this. So, when it goes face down, it gets revealed. So, the balcony. Because they're placing a worker before I am. Alright. It goes face down in that location. I decided to go with red for the AI player because red is the main color of our um, Saturday gaming group leader. It's its favorite. All right. So now it's to me to place one of my workers. Oh wait, start of round. All the start of round stuff I keep forgetting. So start of round bonuses. Advanced patrons for gifts. I get my medal. And then I have no instruments to put on the repping bench because mine went straight to the finishing. Okay, I also got an apprentice to work with. So my options are I need to find a horn. And it's going to be difficult. I would need a combination of 10 money and or influence to go searching for the deck through the deck, and I'd have to bring the apprentice with me and permanently lose them. So what I might do is just keep the violin on standby and just start looking at uh, going for a patron, possibly taking an apprentice with me to reset Tchaikovsky. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go to the salon and let's take an apprentice with me. Someone who can make use of a string instrument if necessary. But also someone that matches with the goals I'm trying to achieve here. And that's nobody. Again, it would cost money and inspiration to even go further down the line if I had to. So I think what I'll do is hope that I can get this patron here without too much difficulty. Alright, the AI is going to go. They're going to also go for the salon as well. They shouldn't have any high numbers to work with yet. So I think I'm in the clear. Okay. Okay. And then repairs. Let's see. Balcony for some early extra money. Just in case. Or repairs. Which also requires money and materials that I may not have. I think I'm just going to go to the balcony. But if I go with my one, I'm still stuck in second. Um, let's let's think about this. The alternative to repairing a string for Tchaikovsky is a romantic performance. If I get my new patron first, I can get the money, and the money will let me get this performance. So let's see if we make that work out. But it's going to require more of a roll than I can probably pull off. It's going to be a smart idea. Let's see. Because I sent the apprentice to the salon. I'll make it a 4. I'll reset Tchaikovsky, get me more metal or another apprentice. I don't know. My options are just not really in the best place right now. Performance for just for the materials, because that's also an option. Oh. At some point I can hit the market. I think I just go for the balcony and get the money. Alright. And then AI performance. We'll go there. Okay. And then my last person is going to go onto the finishing bench. Or I'm in no hurry to finish this. That'll reset Tchaikovsky. I almost want to say go for the guild. Go for the guild. Alright. So, once all the AI cards have been placed, they'll get reprioritized based on this tracker here. So the patron becomes their first slot card. Workbench actions always go last. And ties are broken from top to bottom. The balcony is beneath the performance. So the balcony will be the last action. Alright. Then the worker value is increased by the corresponding track. Oh crap. Alright. So the AI is going first. They're going to resolve the salon. I got there first, thankfully. But they have a 4 to my 4. I got there first, so I break the tie. Alright. Okay. Anything else? Again, I haven't really messed with solo mode yet, so I'm still trying to figure out some of these specific rules. Alright. Alright. There'll be specific priorities for what they take. Like, I'm taking Madame Pompadour. And I will put her in the money slot to get the four extra coins. And then I put 4 skill into it so I can reset Tchaikovsky and get medal. Alright. And then, let's see. The AI will take from the salon based on their priorities. So if they have an unassigned instrument, if the AI had an unassigned instrument, they'd go for a patron that would make use of it. Patron from the era that is leftmost on the solo guild card. Leftmost on Venice is Baroque, and there's only one qualifier. That's Frederick the Great. Alright. If this space was empty, he would go there, but instead it's occupied, so it goes here on the right. Alright. That was the AI's turn. The 2 worker goes there. I lose my apprentice. And then it is my choice of where to go. And where I'm looking at going is the guild. Clear some space over here. Alright. Flip. I did someone at least 5 or at least 4, but I didn't think to put anybody on the roughing side to take advantage of placing my high value worker there. So I can either take an instrument or um, or metal. They can both make use of stringed instruments. I wanted to go ahead and just take the violin. All right. For 4, I could take the forte piano and we'll go there. But I have nobody that needs it, and it's nothing relevant to any of the goals that I have here. So I didn't need to worry about that. I do get the bonus material though. I want to take metal because so far none of my instruments have needed it, and I can make money. All right. It is to the AI, and the AI is going to perform. They have a 3. Uh, they have a 3. All right. So performance. They will take. Let's see here. Matching the an active patron's unfulfilled secondary requirement. Baroque era. Yep, that makes that pretty easy. All right. All right. Their worker is 3. The action card bonus is 7. So they're considered to complete it at a 10, I believe. All right. So at a 10, that is a victory point for the AI. And one of their tokens out there. All right. And no money because they don't get money. It will, however, go towards Frederick the Great. All right. Baroque era. So let's go down the priority. Claim empty first chair. There are 2. Steal first chair. Let's see here. Least repair performance tokens. All right. If there are multiple options at the same priority level. All right. There's a first chair in horns and a first chair in strings. Venice prioritizes horns. So that's where they're going to go. All right. All right. And that should be that for the AI's performance turn. All right. It is my turn. I can either go to the market now or go to the balcony first. I mean, if I go to the balcony now, the AI is out of stuff to do. Let's see here. Let's see. Let me think about this. Go get the money. I still have nothing achieved out here yet, which is annoying. Alright. I suppose. say screw it and do the balcony first. And we both sent ones, but they got there first, so they retained the order. Actually, it very specifically says use a specialty worker, so that their actual worker can go to the card. Right, they don't get anything out of that. Let's see. No further action required. Okay. And then I'm going to... 6 money is nice. 2 apprentices for next turn is better. Because otherwise I'd be paying 4 to get them for the next turn. Alright. That was the AI's turn. They'll stay there until the end. And then I go to the market. Everything starts out at their average price. Let's look at what I need to make here. Finishing the violin takes wood. Roughing the violin takes animal and wood. So I'm looking at 3 wood and an animal material. We've got an animal material and a wood. So I would need more wood. Alright, I'm going to sell 4 metal for 20 in money. We're going to go ahead and buy... Let's buy a little extra just in case the market goes weird on me. Let's see. I don't want to take too much and not have the space for a surprise thing that I get later. That was the thing. So we're going to have 1 animal, already have wood. I need animal, 3 wood, already have animal and wood. So at the very least I need 2 wood. But I will take an extra animal and extra wood. Just in case. So that only uses up 6, and I'll get metal from Chekhov, so he'll use up 7 space. Right. We'll take the extra animal material, I think. There's 10, 13. 13 out of pocket, leaves out of 15 is 2 and change. Alright. Alright. And with that, that is it for the turn. So end of the round cleanup is update the turn order track. Retrieve any leftover workers, assign earned specialists. Reset the market. New market. Animals are even cheaper. I made the wrong call. But I needed them, so screw it. Alright. Slide. Let's see here. All tier 1 cards are discarded. That just discards the repair card. Oh yeah, there's the other part of the 2-player game is this little overlay for the repair and for the performance. Alright. Everything else slides down. These spaces stay empty in 4-player games. That stays empty in a 3-player game. Comes up. So many strings. I need horns out there. There's a horn repair at least, which is good for Madame Pompadour, but does not help with Tchaikovsky. All right. Slides down, slides down. Have a classic performance, and we have. Pachelbel, And it's hard to read upside down swearing. Yeah. Alright. AI cleanup. Let's see. End of the resolution pace. Adjust the AI trackers. So, at the bottom of each card, we'll show what things get shoved down. Everything goes down to a minimum of 0. Then everything that goes up. So, performance, acquiring instruments, and balcony, and performance. Alright. In addition, the cards at level 1 that have the 2 or 3 workers on them are going to get upgraded. Alright. And then, alright. So, getting a new salon card and a new performance card. These are now out of the game. These new cards, the balcony card and the 3 other cards, all get shuffled back together. And that'll set up for the next turn. I want to go at least one more turn to demonstrate how the new cards might affect things or the other actions. Alright, shuffle. Alright. There we go. New stack. Let's go. Turn 2. Alright. Start of the round. Start of the round bonuses. Nope. Advanced patrons. I get 6 money and a medal. Okay. And because I put my special worker, or my high skilled worker down, I don't have to wait to put the instrument on the working bench. But I could have waited and it wouldn't have changed much. Alright. Let's go back to the start with the AI player. The AI player is still first. Alright. So, repairs. They don't have any special bonuses for repairs. I have money. I should go there myself and ensure that is squared away. If I send the apprentice, I can up my craft skill and eventually get to something useful there. I need to make sure one of them gets something fulfilled this turn. Alright. So that might actually... That's going to cause some interesting issues on my end. If I hard focus on ensuring that they have their stuff taken care of, that'll help maintain some patience. At the same time, yeah, this is where it gets rough. That horn repair would be nice. That string repair would also be nice and be good for my goals. I need to send somebody. They've got no bonus for the repair. And they can only select something that does 2. If I send at least one apprentice. That guarantees I can get what I need, and also the bonus that I need. That would help. Okay. Back to the AI. Performance. Now at level 2. They get a +9 to their results. And it's back to me. Well, I can save on materials by sending a skilled worker. Can this is where it gets interesting. Because the way the priorities work out, I send somebody to the guild first, high left level, get the instrument, put it on the bench, then repair kicks off after I do that. I'll have the skill to rough 2 instruments at once. The problem is, I already have an instrument here. If I don't finish that, there's no room to rough 2 instruments. This is the kind of game I'm dealing with here. It's brutal. I'm going to just go ahead and send the 5 with the apprentice and finish the violin. One less thing to worry about. AI. They are using their level 2 salon. They like doing the same kind of stuff over and over, it seems. Alright, go there. And that leaves me my 1 worker. Let's see here. I have money, if necessary. Can just go digging. No, wait, I don't have... I would have to send the apprentice. It's a problem. Alright. Finish the instrument for Madame Pompadour. Do the repair for Tchaikovsky. And they are both happy, and I don't have to worry about them. That might be what it takes. So, performance or salon. The requirements out here are getting to be a real pain in the butt. Like strings are coming up, but it's going to take money to get them. To get Paco Bell. And then I have to guarantee that the AI doesn't snipe Paco Bell out from under me. If I go guild, I have no competition. I can take fortepiano and focus on that. That's nothing towards my goals, but it is a different kind of instrument if I can first chair that one. Romantic patrons. There are no romantic patrons out there. I could just hope for the best with Paco Bell. If nothing else, I can just take the apprentice and the 2 inspiration. That might be it. Or I stay on task and finish rough the violin because, man, this game, shit. All the potential things that can be done, and you gotta narrow it down to the workers you got. I have no competition for the balcony. I could make it a point to actually go first and get apprentices again. Or fulfill somebody. No, I can't fulfill both of them. Or one of them. Broke guitar is currently a token. I can probably go pick up the Baroque guitar and work on that. But how does that help? How does that help me achieve the goals here? A finished string for Tchaikovsky. The string repair. The string repair works for both of them. The finished string instrument works for Pompadour. Got more time to work with if necessary, but this is what the game will do to you. All right. Well, I guess it just stay on task. Finish. Rough the violin so it's ready for finishing later. Alright. Starting with the AI. They rearrange other stuff. So that performance is first. And then top to bottom repairs after the salon. Alright. So they will start with their performance. They have 2. Plus a 2 is a 4. Plus a 9 is a 13. So what are they taking? Their priority is matching a patron's unfinished requirements. That's nobody. Performance of the era. Leftmost on solo guild card. It's Baroque, then Romantic, then Classical, so Romantic it is. So, 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 9 is 13. 13 gets the money that they can't have, but they also get some 2 points and a token in the orchestra. The performers of Venice are not to be messed with here. And sadly, none of these apply to any of them, so that's out. Alright. Again, priorities. Claim an empty chair. 2 empty chairs. 3 empty chairs. Alright. Priority on instruments. Horns before strings. There's only one horn. That is the natural trumpet. Alright. And that was the AI doing their performance. To go ahead and finish the violin. I have a 6. I can do it with one less resource. Let's save money. Yeah, let's save the big money. Can I make it with nothing? I always get the double chair bonus, but it is kind of amusing. Alright. That is a main rulebook thing. Alright, main rulebook, where are you? Alright, let's... Rules, ords, powers, bonuses... Can you reduce the material cost of something to 0 materials? That's what I'm trying to figure out here. And it's like, wait a minute. Okay. It doesn't say. Is there any rule in general that says costs cannot be reduced below 1? Just a general rules thing of. Let's see. Huh. I don't know if I can find uh, the little thing for clarifying that. Is there a frequently asked questions section in the back here? I don't see it. I'm going to assume that being that this is kind of realistic, you can't reduce the cost below 1. That would make sense. Because otherwise, things would be just kind of wild. So yeah, we finished the violin. Let's spin the wood. Gets me 2 points, so that I'm not too far behind. It gets me a crafted instrument in the orchestra. And do I want Emblem Inspiration, or do I want to kick this guy out? And we'll go with the wood and money. Here we go. Wood, money. And it's going to fulfill Madame Pompadour, so that it resets her so I can get 6 money next turn. Okay. And next time I'm at the balcony, I could go get this for like no points and then open up something. Either more resources, more space for resources and a free one every turn, a purple die for performance, or a royal patron. So that'd be something to think about future planning. Apprentice goes away. I get my 5 back, and we go back to the AI. Salon. They only sent 1, plus nothing else. Alright. If they are maxed out on patrons, that's the problem. Okay. I believe they get shuffled over to the workbench in that case. Or they go to the next action. No, they can't go to the next action because they're already there. They go to the workbench, I believe. Let's see. I will get used to this and I'll figure out how to play this solo faster. Alright. Clean location action. Okay. Action. How's the option look? So Sloan. Patron. Let's see. The show max. If the AI player is at the max, discard the action card for the round and place the worker chip on the workbench. So that's out of the way. They go on the workbench. They're going to finish an instrument this turn, I believe. Alright. And I'll get to that one when I get to it. My turn. I'm going to go ahead and reveal the ruffian worker. I just spend the animal in the wood. And I have another violin. For whoever's going to need it. It's funny, if I complete the violin and I repair the horn, I can complete Madame Pompadour. Alright. That was my action. Oh, this could be a problem. This actually could screw me up. Hold on. Back the bus up. I get my animal and my wood back. The first thing I do is go to crap. Because I'm already so close to my max on materials right now. And I may be in a weird spot at this point. Alright. I gotta go to the market first. So that's gonna be I'm gonna sell 2 wood for 6. And then spend that 6 on an animal and a metal. And that puts me at 8 material cubes, so I still have space if needed. And buy an extra animal cube because I'm going to end up using it anyway. And I can't get screwed out of either one, so might as well have the extra stuff. All right. All right. The AI goes to repair. They were first with a 3. I'm there with a 4. I'm going first. All right. The 4, that'll improve my skills on my workbench. And with the 4, all right. Repair the string, and that gives me a way to keep Tchaikovsky occupied a little bit longer. 3 animal to repair the string. That gets me 2 points. And I'm finally in the lead by a little bit. It gets me a token in Stringville, which is going to be up front. We'll get another animal and $2. Or an animal and an inspiration. Inspiration could save me a lot of trouble later. But I think I'm going to go with the animal and the $2. And that contributes to one of my personal goals. Cool. And that string repair is going to go to Tchaikovsky so that he stops feeling impatient towards me. Alright. Tokens out there. I got my stuff. Those are spent. It is now the AI's choice, and they can only choose a 2-point thing, and they're frustrated. Ignores their repairs can't complete as if they're not there. It doesn't have a way to look through the level 2 action. Alright. So they can't take anything that's not the level 2, or that's not the 2 prestige repairs. And it's only, the only card out there is a 4. Show max of 2 activations. Okay. It cannot look through the deck because it's still at level 1 on its thing. So what does it do? Repair. Yeah, okay. Type for this repair. So it can't complete the repair. What does the AI do? It just doesn't do anything, I guess. So I'm guessing, yeah, it can't look through the deck because its skill isn't high enough. So I guess it's just doesn't get to take anything. I don't know. I'm going to assume it just gets screwed. That was the AI choosing repair. So this is just weird that I don't see anything that makes it clear that it can't do. That it just goes back to the card. Select repair card. Produce repair card. Again, at level 1, it can't pick anything other than a 2 prestige repair. Okay. It's just screwed, I guess. Oh. It's not 100% clear, so I'm just going to assume it just doesn't get it. It just goes to the card. For a chance to, improve that card. That was the AI's repair. To me, I'm going to go ahead and take care of the roughing. The violin requires an animal and a wood. Alright. So that's ready for whoever is going to be making use of it. It could go to Pompadour. I need to get a horn out of the guild. And, if I consolidate my money, maybe that would help the situation. Help me math things out a little bit better. Turn 5 into 5. Alright. And I believe that clears everything. No one's left out. Oh. AI's worker on the bench. So, workbench. So what do? I believe they just complete the instrument for their patron. They do both stages of making instruments for the assigned leftmost assigned instrument. So the timpani. So they kick out the third player chair there. I don't get anything from it, but it's another bit of presence in the orchestra, and that's going to be a pain in the butt for me to deal with. Alright. They score the points, which is 7. So, the AI is now at the double digit mark. I've got some work to do. Okay. Sure. Sign a patron, flip the card over. Okay. Okay. There's no card for it to go to. So it's out. Okay. Okay. They fulfill the requirements for Schumann, which is another 4 points. They do not track reputation. They do not get special powers of getting 2 extra points for performance. Okay. Those are out of the game. Frederick the Great is now on the AI's priority list for. It's now at the top of the priority for fulfilling requirements. Alright. And that's it. That's it for the AI. That's it for me. End of the round. Any slot 1 gets taken out. The piano goes to the bottom of the deck. Okay. The turn order track. Leftover workers are taken care of. No specialty workers yet. I'm trying to get there. Reset the market. New prices. Wood is now at its highest price ever. That's what I get for selling early, I guess. But kind of had to. Let's see. Well, let's slide the cards over and refill. Got a new romantic noble patron, a Baroque performance, a repairable horn, and a new string instrument. Why are there so many strings? And it's another freaking violin. There's like 4 of these in the deck. It's a pain in the ass. Alright. AI cleanup. Just the AI tracks. Performance drops by 2. Repair drops by 2. Patrons go up by 1 each. If these 2 were swapped, both cards would upgrade, but it's only this one. The level 2 repair card is now available for the AI. This will get shuffled. That'll get shuffled. When it gets to level 3 for some of these cards, it'll up the AI goals track, which will give them bonus points at the end of the game. They recommend not doing it for your first time, but at the same time, I've played this game enough. I think I can handle the AI getting a little bit of an advantage. So yeah, that'll reset this. And then going into round 3, I get my number 2 worker. AI gets their number 4 worker. So that gives me 1, 2, 3, and 5. And that gives the AI player 1, 2, 3, and 4. Which means there will now be 4 cards. And it'll put me in an interesting position of trying to anticipate what they're going to try to do. I mean, they're going to prioritize getting a new patron and getting an instrument. Possibly going for the balcony as well. And I've got a 10-point deficit to clear quickly. Because I don't know how far the AI is going to leave me behind after this round. Between the craftable violin and the repairs that I can do, we'll see how this turns out. But yeah, this is solo mode for Luthier. Uh, I it will probably be a lot easier as I play this more often, and I honestly want to try the solo mode a little bit more. One of the suggestions they have to up the difficulty is you take your goals and whatever the highest result is that you didn't score, the AI gets gets that value. So let's say I get all three patrons that are composers. I would get the 7. The AI gets the 3. If I only got 2 or 1, the AI gets the 3 value, which is 7. And then for increasing that difficulty, they suggest dealing out 2 extra gold cards and picking 3. Alright, so yeah, Luthier solo. Always glad to see another solo mode featured in a game in general, because sometimes playing with people is hard. But this is also a massive space user. So it's probably not going to hit this table too often for solo play, but it is an option that I'll have as needed. When I feel like playing at home, like today, because it's snowing outside and I don't have to work and I don't have anything else going for me today, so yay, solo game. I teased something on Saturday of, do you like video games turned into board games? I'm going to hint at that and just say be ready for the next episode of Pillar Loves Tabletop Games. Kind of see the edge of it there. Yeah. Look forward to that. Anyway, until then, thanks for watching. This has been Pillar Nexus. Games Gladiator. We'll see you next time.